Hey YouTube, this is Eve. I wanted to talk a little bit about Heroes Reborn, episodes 7 and 8, which is named Odessa, parts 1 and 2. And in this episode, we learn a little bit about the backstory of what's going on with the June 13th, I think, attack on Renatus, and which leads to the whole season, basically. And we were kept a little bit in the dark about that, particularly with Claire and how she could have died with her powers. It turns out that she had twins, and one of the twins is a Petrelli, like they keep repeating over and over again, and took away her powers during childbirth, and she died during childbirth, unfortunately. So that's how she died. So it wasn't because she was at the explosion, it was just because of natural causes. And so we go from there. I really like these two episodes actually, because I was losing a little bit of my interest, as Heroes usually has a slump in the middle of the season for even their old show. But this one kind of brought it back to me because first of all, we get to learn about what's actually going on and why things are going this way, especially with some of the characters like Mohinder, where he has been, and the two twins. Like first you learn they're twins, and a little bit in the middle of episode 7. So the rest of the episode 7 and episode 8, we learn why they were separated, and it's because they're afraid that one of the twins will steal the powers of the other twin. But there were some downsides to this episode, and it was not really so much of the story, but it was just the dialogue. They keep saying the word butterflies. Oh, it's butterflies, it's butterflies. And I understand what they mean because of the butterfly effect, obviously. You don't want to change too many things and change the future so drastically that it becomes a worse future, which they showed happened in the original series. But they kept saying it like we were supposed to understand what he meant by that, which I did understand, but I wonder if you are a new viewer to the show, if you actually understood what he was trying to say, Hero was trying to say. And speaking of Hero, he did lose his powers these episodes, and he lost it for a good cause. It was the boy. His powers is not actually time and space travel. It's actually he's able to absorb other people's powers, which means that he has also absorbed Claire's powers, which is to regenerate himself. And I don't think we've actually seen him regenerate, but he, well, for the most part, cannot die. Which, add that to time and space travel, makes him probably the most powerful Evo in the whole series right now, besides her sister and the sister of Noah's friend, I forget his name, who can turn off everybody's powers with the darkness. Is that what I call it? The darkness. We also learned the backstories of Katana Girl, how she was created and why she was created. It turns out she was created to break Hero out of the video game, so she did what she was supposed to do. And we also learned about Luke's backstory and how he lost his child, and it turns out that it was his wife that killed the first Evo, not so much by planning and deciding to kill all the Evos, but just from a moment of anger and almost defending Luke. But from that catharsis of killing an Evo, she found happiness again after her child's death, which leads to them becoming Evo assassins starting from the first episode. Now, I mentioned before, Hero lost his powers, and he becomes the father of Nathan. Nathan, he, like I said, with the time travel and regeneration, presumably, he would be the strongest Evo, and Hero has Hero is the one who, and Hero has actually taught him to control his powers throughout those first 15 years. And the plan was that by the time Erica would go ahead with her plan, the twins would be ready to fight her evil plans and evil schemes and save the world from the solar flare and the pole shifting. But unfortunately, but unfortunately his memory was erased for safety because there was 1 year left, whereas his twin sister was hidden or is brought to the Antarctic somewhere far away, and her memory was not. I don't think her memory was taken away from her. The boy's was, and this way, because he would not know who he is, presumably other people would not know who he is either. And because he is a Petrelli, he would want to help out starting that day and help out his father. And it was almost a necessary evil. Well, it's not really evil, but it was necessary that he lost his thoughts. Anyways, so I liked the episode, and I actually think that it invigorated the show a little bit. It was starting to lose me, and I was not watching it as regularly. But I will watch this the next episode the same day it comes out, and maybe I'll come out with a review for it. And the butterflies, going back to that, there were a few changes as a result of Noah going back in time, which, one, Erica was shot in the leg, and she's a cane now, and two, Noah's friend, the short guy who was looking for his sister who died right before he time traveled, is still alive. But it turns out that he's not still alive because he survived, but he's still alive because in this parallel timeline, the new parallel timeline, the adjusted one, he is actually working as a double agent for Erica. And by doing this, by Noah learning what happened to him and regaining his memories, so to speak, Erica now also has learned new information about the babies and know that they're twins. So this is why it's getting a little bit more interesting. So Noah did not just gain the upper hand because he didn't gain the upper hand. Now Noah and Erica are exactly on the same page, and we just have to go from there. So let me know what you think if you saw the episode. Comments below. Maybe I got something wrong. What are your predictions about the show? It is Heroes, so it will probably end pretty well. But I'm curious to think maybe who you would think died. Did you think that Hero died in this episode, trying to fight the multiplication guy, the black guy? I don't know what his name is, but let me know what you think. Thanks for watching First Reaction with Easy Eve. I hope you watch my other videos as well. I'll try to post as many as I can soon. Peace.